Assalamualaikum and good day, distinguished judges. We are from AML Shark Team, a multidisciplinary team united by our shared passion for democracy, technology and integrity. I am Badaria Ma'ali with my dual country, Malaysia and Indonesia team members, Nazri, Dalfinder and Ikhwan. Together we bring expertise in compliance, data science and anti-money laundering, ready to tackle one of the most dangerous threats to clean governance: political corruptions. Let us begin with a phrase often whispered, rarely challenged. I'll find your campaign, but once you win, I want to retain. This unspoken deal forms the toxic backbone of political corruptions, disguised as campaign financing. It happens every election. Candidates seek fund, hidden donors expect favors, and once elected, public contracts, influence, and national resources quietly change hands. Today, campaign financing is one of the most under-regulated entry points for money laundering and corruptions. The challenge? There's no end-to-end visibility of financial ecosystem around political candidates. Oversight is fragmented, data is siloed. The public is uninformed. Even worse, most current AML systems are not built to detect political influence buying. We lack the tools to follow the money. Before elections, we use AI to map donor candidates' relationship using business and ownership data. During campaigns, we crowdsource public reports and track spending. After election, we follow the money, who benefited, how and why.
What can we do to tackle the problem? In terms of elections, there are so many parties and activities involved. Using the principle of follow the money, so we need to identify the destinations of the fund. The destination of the fund must be for the candidate or for the political party. And the source of the fund can be from organizations, can be from personal, or can be from company. What is the motive of company to give donors or person to give donor to candidate? They want to get the project for that region. So we gather this data and then we acquire all the data into one network database. We have a front end using Node.js, the back end using Laravel, and we also establish a worker using Python to scrape data from many sources. And for database, we have two database type. First one is relational database using MySQL. The next one is no relational database, which is using the graph database using Neo4j. So this is the source of data. First is AHU Online. Second one is the KPU, where we gather the data of candidates. And the next one is we get the data of the winner of these projects held by certain agencies. In our system, we can see the link among all those entities. We can see the persons, let's say this kind of persons, he owns two companies. Then we can also like these parties, who is the owner of this party. Then our system is quite sophisticated. First one is the donors. Here list the people, usually the entrepreneurs who will donate for the candidates. Then the companies who is also can give donation to the candidates. The next thing is the political persons. Then also the campaign they run, and we can also see the details of the campaign, who give donations for the campaign. And also we can see the government agencies, because this one is the proxy, and including the winners of the procurement. Then these are the donations. People or public can submit if there is a proof of donations to the specific candidate. Okay, since the all candidates need to report their claim about the expense and the incoming donation from any other parties, then we create a report to compare the data between the candidate's claim and also the crowdsourcing report. If there is difference, it will show as a red. So all the donations or every transactions can be in the form of cash, in form of goods or services. And this the template, formal template that is used by the government. Then after comparing the result, the candidate claims with the cross-sorting report, we can see whether the candidate claims match with the crowdsourcing report using this graph. Then it will help the ML analyzer to find if there is suspicious activities within the campaign. Okay, how PPTK will benefit from this software? First one, we define the cases. The first case is if the donations is done using the structuring or smart donations. By using the structuring as smart donation, the donation will be divided into several transactions just to make sure that it won't reach the limit of 100 million rupiahs per transactions. This is just example of a donation from Forum Pemuda Kreatif to Hidayat Nur Wahid. This one only for example, of course. So we can see the money is divided into 5 transactions to avoid the 100 million limits. The next one is using if donations come from the shell company with no activities. It is known that some activities are using the companies which doesn't have active business. So using the graph network, we can identify this method. The third one is conflict of interest or cornism detection. One example for this case is Rido Ramadi in Yogyakarta. He runs for governor in Yogyakarta, but he get donations from PT Prima Logistik Raya, where PT Prima Logistik Raya has won procurement on Dinas Perhubungan. So this one is an example of chronism detections. The next one is donation from high risk jurisdiction. So we form a risk based assessment for each company. If the company is high risk, we can create alert for that that will help the PPTK. The fifth case is change in behavior. Let's say the average of the donation is only like 800,000 rupiahs, and suddenly the value is increasing to 181 million rupiahs. And in another case, maybe the change in behavior reflected by there is donations which exceeds 100 million rupiahs from one person who doesn't have a record or history for that person. Another one is owner-donor network cross-matching. This common happen. So if let's say Agus Wibowo wants to transfer to FIFA Yoga Mauladi, what he can do that he can transfer using his company, which is PT Solusi Keuangan Mandiri, PT Digital Vision Media, and PT Armada Transnusantara, and all donations will be used by FIFA Yoga Mauladi. This is just example. The last one is bribery to leading party. This is common. So if there is a PT Rimba Lestari Logistik located in DKI Jakarta, and this company might have a criminal record. So the owner of the company will support specific party. Please remind that this is just example. We haven't get the real data yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, our solution is designed to strengthen the electoral integrity and democratic resilience in Indonesia. It brings 5 critical measurable impact. Number 1, it will be immediate impact for oversight bodies. So it provides real-time oversight tools for institutions like Bawaslu and KPU in Indonesia. It will reduce the manual verification and increasing enforcement agility. Number two, it will be a stronger traceability and low ML risk. Ladies and gentlemen, in the 2019 Indonesian election, only 22% of campaign donors were clearly traceable. So our system boosts donors' transparency, closing critical loopholes exploited for money laundering activities, especially on corruption. Number three, so it will increase the civic engagement and media accountability by giving the public clear to campaign fund flows and financial disclosure. Number four, so it will shift enforcement from reactive to preventive. It will cutting corruptions off at the funding stage before it taints the electoral integrity. So we are talking about the money trail, the networking and connections, so we will have the intelligence data. Now, last but not least, when campaign funding is transparent, elected leaders can serve without being indebted to shadow funders. It will promote a genuine people-first governance. Ladies and gentlemen, benih jujur di semai rapi, tumbuh subur di ladang bakti. Dana telus pemimpin berdiri tanpa beban janji tersembunyi. Now, second, when we talk about the sustainability, how we can ensure our sustainability, there are 4 criteria. Now, number one, we are expecting that to have a partnership with the regulators. After the hackathons, we aim to work closely with DPRTK, Bawaslu, and also KPU to scale and embed this solution to the national system. Number two, our platform is built on the cloud, so it will be easy to maintain, secure, and ready to grow as needs evolve. Number three, when an open API, government bodies and institutions can easily connect and integrate with our system. And last but not least, by linking to official residency database, we can detect patterns such as donors from the same household or region. So it will boosting the oversight. Now, ladies and gentlemen, so based on the impact and sustainability, so this is where we hope the ML Shark team could assist PPRTK and also the government Indonesia in terms of combating corruption and also money laundering activity, especially involving during the election system. Now, pagi cerah burung berkicauan, langit biru tanpa mendung. Solusi ML Shark jadi harapan, bersama PPRTK kami melawan yang terlarang. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.